Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Yeah, yeah.
London, planet Earth,
Norwich.
Universe.
Wolverhampton.
Upsa.
Huh?
Where's
Where's Upsa?
You know who's trying to think of somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on, people?
We're good, man. We in the building, man.
Oh, we're here. OTF Podcast. Thank you for joining us for another session. What is going on, people? How are we feeling?
Drunk.
Lively. Lively.
Like, yeah, we're feeling good, man. We're feeling good. Let's
100%.
go, man.
Shout out Mount Gay on the level of
Remember when this brother said, was it called Gay Mountain?
wow. Wow.
We wondered if the mountain was gay. I wonder if the plants got with each other. But anyway,
But shout them out because
Yeah.
right now they're the cause of our
Providing the
inebriation.
wave.
they are.
So yeah.
We're swimming in the wave right now.
Don't know. Who's swimming in the wave? Who we got in the building?
Yo, we got Mike's here. You know. Nah, we got Corbinho 006. You know, I was the one before 007.
Mad.
Pierce Brosnan was good. Shout me.
Mad. Calm. Who else we
Something
got?
got a movie about you. Man like Mike's in the building.
Myself, Super J in the building.
Of course, we got Super J.
What we say?
Caramel sensation. International baller. Raw. I didn't even say that one, you know.
I am the international bar. I don't even business.
Barled.
Don't
But
even
anyway,
business.
yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
From a distance.
we're doing-
Barlston.
Yeah.
Shout out Delhi. Barlston. That's
You
what
know
I call me.
what? We're gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna introduce. The
But wait,
topic, you know.
before we do that,
Oh, we
gotta
got the
do?
disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Oh, Mike, you want to handle the
No,
disclaimer?
I'm good still.
Are you sure?
I'm good still.
All right, cool. Go on.
So, if we do cover some adult themes, and as much as we try to make sure that there's no adult words in terms of swear words, profanity, sometimes some of them do slip through the net. So if you're listening with minors, or if you have a weak constitution to things that may offend you, this may not be the podcast for you. That was very BBC like. I'm impressed with myself. still.
I'm very
I'm
impressed.
sort of sucking on your mum's titties and grabbing your dad's balls, man. Let's get out of this, man.
Whoa, whoa! It came from Max, baby. It came from Max. Yes. No. Yes.
The tables.
How does that feel? Wait, hold on a second. How did that feel? That felt good, didn't it? It felt good.
The
It felt good.
tables have turned.
How was
The
he getting?
tables have turned.
You see how Mike's, yeah? Mike's, oh no.
tables
Mike's is
are-
getting changed. We only know what that means.
Oh gosh.
You know what that means.
We're not even.
It felt fucking good.
Oh my god.
Let that pound drop. Let that
Oh my
pound drop.
God.
That's
you see?
mad.
You see? You see?
Jeez.
You
Mad.
see? It won't even me this time.
That's crazy. But welcome.
Sorry.
Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna start saying yeah, man. We're just switching up
for
the
real, just
things
switching
like
it up.
Go for it, man. Let
Nah.
me hear it.
yeah.
Ah, man.
Nah, that was soft, man.
But I ain't got the energy. I ain't got the energy
You
like
might need
Mike's,
to
you
cook it in
know.
the batty for a bit longer, you know what I'm saying?
Just open the black box.
I'm throwing my microwave. Lock into I'm not even gonna shout out the episode. Anyway, Man Like K has the subject for today.
What's
Talk.
the topic, man?
Tell me, my brother.
Alright, man, so I'm going to assume the role of Super J, so let me just get my caramel self on. But anyway,
Oh, here we go. Here
the
we
topic
go.
is...
We got matching hairlines, so that's cool. Go on.
No one's matching you right now.
Yeah, for real. You out on your own. You one of
I'm
one
not-
right now.
Looking
not
like
gonna-
a runway right
I'm
now.
not gonna lie to you. Yeah? For everyone, this is why we're not shooting visuals today, because like man needs a trim. I look like Kimbo Slice, but light skin, bruv. It's mad. It's actually mad, bro.
Man, it looks like a runway, bro. How many planes took off today?
Them cowlick ones. Nah, but listen. That's how many planes, you know. Keep throwing things. Just,
Let me
yeah.
just run your head through the middle. There's nothing.
Run your
Then you
fingers
touch the
through some
sides,
Kev
it's just
Kev.
Bruv, I actually get to the crown before I feel hair. You know, it's mad. It's
Um,
actually mad. I don't feel hair. I don't feel hair till I get.
You know, who's that guy from Fresh Prince?
Oh, who? Which one?
You know in America, yeah, when like the parents take the child to the barbers to get the haircut when they're in punishment.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is it
Oh.
Mr. Jefferson?
Yeah, Mr. Jefferson.
Oh
That's
man,
what Jay's got.
love me, man.
You got the Jefferson
Love
trim.
me,
How
man.
old you be?
Love me,
That
bro.
J. Jefferson trim.
I'm
Um,
a
Looking at
sec-
60.
Bro, I'm a sexy 29 and I'm loving it, bro. Allow me. I
Um,
hate you, man.
What's say the topic today?
Hit me. What's the topic?
Hairline's looking at 60.
What's the topic?
Oh.
I'm gonna find something to dash it with a minute, you know. It's fine.
You know, there's an epidemic for baby mums and baby daddies. There's epidemics now. So the question is, if you're over 25 living in London, is it okay to assume the role of a stepfather or a stepmother?
It's not okay.
So when you say is it okay, is it like, should it just be you should just expect to
Yeah,
take
you
that
should just
role?
expect to
No.
take that on now.
No.
No.
All right, tell us why. I'm gonna stand
Because
back here.
I'm not here to raise your failures, fam.
Did you say raise your failures? Yo!
So hold on, wait. So you calling me a failure? Hold on, wait.
Wait.
Friendships are about to end. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. 'Cause I'm the only one in here with a stepdad.
Can I elaborate, please?
So what you trying to say about my mum?
I love your mum.
What you trying to say about me?
I love you too, bro. Can I just elaborate? Yeah?
No, you can't.
No, because that came out very off the cuff, and it was an unfiltered version of what I actually mean. Yeah,
Let me hear this.
your offspring, the way it came to mind.
This is a man reversing right now.
Me a failure.
No. You know, no. I take that. Oh, that was what's the word?
No, you meant it.
No, I said it wrong.
If I didn't have a stepdad, you would have
No,
said
I
that.
said it wrong. No, I said it wrong. I said it wrong. Real talk. Regardless of whether you was in the building or not, I would backtrack in it. I mean, I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't have to take on the responsibility of raising a product of your failed relationships. That's what I mean. So not necessarily your failures as a person.
So you've just put the word failure in a Givenchy dress. That's what you've tried to do.
No. It's not
That's
even
what you
that.
tried to do,
Put
innit?
a couple sparkles and Diamantes on there.
Like
Montage.
it's like if I'm
Cubic Zirconiums.
An Audemars Piguet.
if I'm
Oh, Cartier.
if I'm gonna engage in a relationship with you, and you've already got a child, I shouldn't then. My relationship is with you. Do you understand? And even from a female's perspective, I feel that females who are getting into a relationship with a guy and they've already got a child, the guy should not have any involvement with the child until, like, I'm talking 12 months down the line before they even meet. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Because
but that's just awkward, obviously. If you got a kid, how are you going to factor in that amount of time for her and you still got to take care of your kid?
like the thing is, if I'm
We're not getting off you calling them failures, by the way, but I'm
No,
just going to let you go.
if I met a girl
Play
and
this to my mum.
if
still.
no, I'm locking off the recording, bro. This guy in the vault.
You want to start again?
This guy in the vault.
You want to start again?
Nah. I stick with things.
I'll give you one way to save yourself.
Okay, go on.
You only got one
Does it
shot.
matter on the age when it happens?
Yeah.
So, like, if this is a mother that's 25.
Yeah. I'm
and then
talking
it's a
about young.
mother that is like
16.
early 40s.
Yeah, I'm talking about young. I'm talking about young mothers. I'm not talking about people that are established in life and been raising their kids and all that kind of stuff. And it's nothing to do with a person's ability to raise their children at all. Do you understand? I'm talking about those scenarios where someone who has just had maybe a year down the line or even 2,
Yeah.
and they're looking to start a relationship with a man, but they expect a man to take on a certain degree of responsibility in the raising of their child.
But isn't the kid a part of them and you're supposed to love them?
Yeah, but my problem with
There's a way
that,
to put up a barrier, though.
my problem with that is the introduction to the child as a woman. Like, you're not gonna be able to know.
Can we
off the
speak can we speak from a woman's perspective if we're not women ourselves?
No.
No,
But
we
this isn't from a woman's
That's why we need
perspective.
women to
But
speak
just
up
in
for us
terms of
comments.
being that person in a relationship, even if it was the other way around, but it's very rare for it to be the other way around. You're introducing someone into your life. You don't know in the first couple of months if they're suitable for the long term.
Correct.
Can we all agree with that?
Yeah, I would love to speak on this topic, but I can't, man.
No, but regardless of
No,
whether
we
it's
can't.
male or
I'm
female,
the only
even
one that's been through a situation like that.
No, but
alright,
even
alright,
from a
let me
female's
make this more
perspective.
relatable. Just from his point, you wouldn't introduce a girl to us after one date, would you?
No, not to you, man. No
Right,
way.
exactly. And now what he's saying is that you wouldn't introduce your child to somebody of one date or 2 dates. You got to make sure it's serious before you
The
in
vet- the
like
vetting
before
period,
you yeah
for
before
me,
you
the
bring
vetting
your.
period should be like 12 months before you even introduce them to
I
your
don't
child.
think it's
Because
12
it's
months because
unfair.
12 months is a bit long, but
No, it's unfair on the child because, say, for example, that relationship 6 months, yeah,
yeah.
and then it fizzles out, and you've introduced them to your child, and then 6 months later, there's another man. So that child is learning 2 man a year.
Brother, I'm in a situation.
This is just my opinion. You understand? And I'm coming from a scenario where I have
Max
to
right
deal with
now
that
is
stuff.
is evolving into Charizard right now. He's evolving.
No, I want to hear the
No,
opposite. I
because
want to
the
hear the
problem
opposite.
is that my situation would be good for the podcast,
Okay.
but I have to protect that person and her children at the same time.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So
I
it's like-
understand that.
Protect at all costs. Protect at all costs.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
I'm not
understand
drunk enough. Like,
No, I understand
I'm
that.
not.
I understand.
Like,
No,
a
no,
couple
I
more
understand.
drinks out now. Even then, I have
No,
to.
no, I wouldn't want you
It's
to. I wouldn't
it's
want you
hard.
to. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to.
It's hard, man.
Like,
But
I'm not saying that no one can't live their life, and obviously
Yeah.
there's certain like things that you have to work around and stuff. If
Yeah.
you do have children, you understand. And don't get me wrong, I'm talking from an ignorant standpoint. Like, I don't have any children.
yeah,
I was raised in a 2-parent home. So I literally don't
Lucky
have
you.
any experience in this thing. I'm just giving my 2
I'd
pence from my
say-
point of view.
Okay.
So
My
yeah.
answer to your question is like, yeah, if your man is 25 and no, you shouldn't expect to become a stepdad.
But should you accept
But
it?
the older you get from 25 and onwards, you have to understand
it's more likely.
that it's very likely the woman that you settle with will have children or a child.
But is
Do you
that
know what I
okay?
mean?
But is that? But even in saying that, does that not?
Go on.
Even
And
in
there's a scenario I want to bring
problem-
up with you lot afterwards. Actually,
Cool.
after you finish
Like, the
discussing
problem
this.
that I have is, depending on the type of guy that you are, it can be difficult. For example, I'm not much of a person that likes to go out a lot.
Mhm.
I don't go out to many. I'm not, you don't catch me in clubs. Bars,
Yeah,
here and
Antisocial.
there. I am antisocial. I'll claim that. So it's much harder for me to meet someone than it is for an outgoing guy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I hear that. I hear that.
So I may have to not settle for whatever I come across, but when I am in a position or opportunity to meet somebody and they're a nice person,
Mm.
it's more likely for me to just grab at it than the guy that's outgoing, because he might meet 10 women in 1 week, where my antisocial self might meet one person or maybe 3 in 1 week. But
even
even
in
in the
that-
3, 2 of them might have children.
Okay.
And just because they're a lovely person, does that mean I should tell them no because they've got a child?
No,
Do you
but
get what I'm saying?
But alright. So in your scenario, and
Yeah.
again, you don't have to comment on this if you don't want to.
No, that's fine.
If you meet someone that's got kids and they want you to meet them right away, do you feel a way about that? Do you condone with that?
With the situation that I was in,
Mm.
because of the setup, I wasn't against it.
Mhm.
But I think with anybody else, I would have been like, nah, like let's wait a while.
Mm.
Do you know
Because
what
that's how I'd feel. Like, obviously, I'm
Yeah.
in a relationship. If I wasn't, and if I was to meet someone that's got kids, like, my thing would be, let's keep our thing separate
Yeah.
and build that so we're strong.
I mean?
and
And then
then
they come in at a later date.
Later date, then we can present that to the child
Yeah.
and see what happens.
No,
you
I hear
understand?
you. But it depends on how you meet them. Like with that particular person, it was through like family.
Okay.
So they knew about me. They knew the type of person that I was. And then when you chill with me, you're like, okay, this is the type of person that I want my children to be around. And then what makes it worse is if the biological father isn't playing their role or they're not on the scene, I think the mother kind of jumps at it quicker than they would do if the dad was on the scene. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, of course.
So it's a hard one. But yeah, like just for the actual question, yeah, I don't think like guys that are 25 and single or 25 and over that are single, don't just accept it and think this is what it has to be. Just know that the older you get, it's likely that it will happen. Because like we're 29.
Is that
So-
to do with our community, or do you think that's generic?
That's to do with our community.
Okay.
Because if
I
I
think
was
it's
if I
general.
was to travel the world,
Say that again, Cole.
You don't think it's general?
I don't think it's general. Because if I was to travel the world and I was to explore different communities and different cultures, then I would meet a lot more single women my age that don't have children.
Mm.
And this sounds so bad, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, I only go for black women. But at the same time, I don't think it's general. Because if I was to travel the world and I was to explore different communities and different cultures, then I would meet a lot more single women my age that don't have children. And this sounds so bad, but unfortunately, I only go for black women. But at the same time, I only some of the black women that a majority of the black women that I come across from our community will have children.
Question, yeah, is slightly on tangent. Excuse me. It's slightly off tangent, and I have my opinion on it. But I want to know if you man feel the same or just get your opinions on it.
All right.
Do you find it attractive when a woman's got kids? I'm looking at Kane's face like.
The thing is, you know what the funny thing is?
Do I find it attractive if
No,
a woman's got kids?
Go on.
It depends how many. If I'm honest with you,
Mm.
if I was still single, would I, as I approach in age, if a woman's got kids, the you know, the me that the drunken me would be like, yeah, she's got the good then, like it works, like it's all
I
good.
said it works, you know.
Nah, but
That's
then
in service history.
but
Wow.
service history. The MOT, you've checked the MOT, it works.
Man.
But it depends how she is with those kids. Is what I find attractive. If you're really trying to be a mothering figure and you've got control on stuff, then yeah, it's attractive. But if you've got like 9-10 kids and you don't have any control of them, that proves that you know you're fertile, but damn, like you need to be stopped. You need to be put down like a dog.
Like I find a strong mother that's doing her thing mad attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's attractive.
Like
to me.
being fully honest. Like if I meet a woman that's got kids, if I was in a single position, even being in a position relationship, I can obviously find people attractive.
Yeah.
But yeah, mad attractive, 100%.
See, yeah, I guess so because, I guess so. If I met a single woman and a woman that's got kids, I think I'd rather spend more time with a woman that's got children.
Yeah.
Why is that?
There's
Do you think
I was
a
about
certain
to say there's something about baby mums, but I don't like that word. There's something about a woman that already has children. Because
not all of them, but some of them.
some of them, I feel like there's a sense of like she's got it together in a way.
There's a
You
bit
know
of
what I
growth there, isn't it?
Yeah,
And she's more
like,
well-rounded.
she's not gonna take like you can't muck around. There's no games. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like she should be on the ball.
I think women with children understand the term sacrifice more than the women without, if I'm honest with you. I know that seems like a blanket statement, but when you have to put another life in front of yours, you understand to a degree what it means to be more of a level playing field with somebody else that comes into your life. And so as a guy, I find that more attractive. You've put somebody else in front of you, which means that I'm just here to support that. For some women,
That's interesting.
I would find that attractive because, you know, there's some people out here that are single, and not everyone, so I'm not trying to blanket everyone.
Yeah.
There's some people out here that it's just about them. But you have to show a degree of empathy when you have a child, because otherwise that child will be taken away from you.
Like, even as
That's
a younger person, I was about to say I used to highlight or target. I don't like those words.
Man said target.
That's terrible.
Tango down.
Like when I was younger, like 16, like from 15 to 18, 19.
Is that when you're in your highest years?
I used to
Out here
go
doing
for
crud.
baby mothers.
Really?
That's
But
interesting.
back then it was more of a thing
For the
where-
belly.
What's for the belly? Back then it was more of a thing where they've got their own spot. They're not on the hype. They're not usually on the hype.
Yeah,
They just want to chill in most times. And because I was antisocial from early,
That kind of fits your
do
way.
you know what I mean? Okay, yeah. If
That's
I
appealing to
get
you.
with this one, she don't want to go out every weekend. She wants to chill, and then because of that, I would just end up meeting the child
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
Because
I'm gonna go chill at hers. Do you know what I mean?
The idea of family is beautiful, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie. I
of
find for me it's not just the biology of creating life, which I find amazing. It's like the whole nurturing thing, the whole raising a child and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I find that mad attractive.
It is. I think that, as you said earlier, something about a strong woman, it's so attractive to me that, you know, you are in your element. Like, I know womanhood isn't about being a mother, because some women don't need to be mothers, or some women don't
Well, it is
want to be mothers.
for a big part. For me, it is 100%.
Yeah, but but that's us as men. That's our opinion as men. For some women, they could be so career focused that they have no intentions.
But
of
that's
being
not a
mothers.
definition of womanhood. Career is not womanhood.
No, but I'm saying that some people do not foresee the mother route. They rebel against that because
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
that's not what they want to envision themselves as.
How do you feel about that? Do you find that appropriate?
Would it be attractive to me 100%? No, because I'm a person who wants family. So those women, as appealing and as wonderful as they may be, for me, that would always be a stumbling block. Because if I'm somebody that wants a family and I admire you for your growth in career and I admire for all that you've done and I understand that you've got one life to live and you want to make the most of it, fair enough. But just know that I always feel like there's a bit of an empty void if you don't want to have kids.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Getting into a relationship, 'cause I see a lot of women do this,
Yeah.
and it does frustrate me.
Okay.
And I want to see if it's the same from a man's perspective. I know what it is for me, but I want to see if for you. Man.
Yeah.
Like, if you get into a relationship and say, for example, she's career focused, she's told you from the get go, I'm on my career, I want to make.
I'm on my JO.
Yeah, like I want to make my advancements in my career and my field and become the master level of this profession.
Lead
and stuff.
person in my field, yeah.
Which is that's my focus. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
But you know that what you want is a bit different to that.
Yeah.
Would you still pursue that, or would you not? Because obviously you're wanting something different to what they're offering.
It depends on the time schedule. Depends on the time schedule, really, because you can factor in both.
Because I see nothing.
What
I
was the
see
question?
nothing. I see nothing. So
Sorry,
basically,
guys, I had a little toilet break.
no,
Sorry.
it's cool, bro.
Wow, you really added that?
Yeah, man, I had to, man. 'Cause
Every
when
man's
it's the
got a
visuals,
tinkle,
they're gonna
man. It's
see,
all
man,
good.
innit? Been drinking way too much rum.
I was saying,
Way too much.
if you've approached a woman now and she said to you that her focus is career, so she said, all I want to do is just get my focus right now ain't on family, it's not on nothing else, I just want to get to the peak of my profession. Let's say she's a therapist or a business. I won't even send it. I won't even send. I won't even send it. You know?
Hold on.
I won't even
Hold
send
on.
it.
Do you know what
I
the funny
won't
thing
even
is?
send
No, I know
it.
you won't. Do you know what the funny thing is? My baby, she is career driven. She is career driven. No, I know you won't even send it, but I'm gonna be for real. She is career driven. Like, and she is focused on stuff like that, and I support her. That's my baby.
No, but say if you got into a relationship with someone and said that that's not on the cards for a while, like that,
What's a
if
while?
ever. They literally said it's not on the cards for a while, if ever.
No, if ever
I
scares me.
couldn't date them.
Yeah,
Wow.
if ever scares me.
couldn't
If
be
you
in a
said not for a
relationship.
while, then there's a bit of ambiguity there. But if you say if ever, that's a bit of finality.
So I'm
there.
gonna sound like a pagan. Why do women not have that same standpoint? Because if a man comes and says, I'm not in this to be in a relationship, I'm just here enjoying myself, and they want to try to turn man into a husband, I don't understand.
Because
Explain it to me.
Do you know what it is?
without being, yeah, go on. Let you speak.
Sure.
Go on. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like there's
Women
less-
have a mothering instinct, man.
not just that though. I feel like there's less good men than
Don't say
good
that.
women out there.
Don't say that.
That's what I feel. That's
Don't say
what
that.
I feel like.
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
So when a woman does find a good man, regardless of what they want to do, they're gonna try and hold on to them and maybe see if they can change their mind. Because I've had that in the past.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas with men, it's like, okay, we can get another one of you. Do you know what I mean? No, but you know how I'm saying. It's like, okay, we can find
An upgrade.
not even an upgrade. We
T-Mobile.
might find the same you, but someone that's willing to have children. Do you know what I mean? Or we've got the same
But
goals.
you don't think they have the same options? We can
Nah,
find
I
the
don't.
same you
Nah.
as
I
a
don't.
man.
I don't.
The options ain't the same out there.
I feel like it's harder for women
even
to
just
find a good man
looking at my pool of friends,
than it
fam.
is for men to look for
A good
to find a
woman.
good woman.
You lot are lost in the sauce.
And
but I'm
this,
gonna
and
leave
this
you
is
to
wh-
it.
and this is why we
Sauce.
come back to this whole question because.
You don't think you're a rare breed, bro?
I know I'm real. I'm one of one. Came to get
But
money.
here's the other thing:
Now that I got it. Shout out Nipsey.
there's a lot of good women out there.
But there's a lot of good men out there. I don't like this
Nah.
argument. I don't like
But-
this argument.
Most of the good women
Are crazy.
are the ones that will make you become a stepdad. They're the ones that have got children.
That's a
Because
blanket.
man
That was
jumped-
Mike's, by the way. That
someone
weren't
cottoned
me.
on before you. Still,
Huh?
someone clocked before
yeah,
you did.
and they just tried to clamp it down. But then she got older and wiser and realized I can't deal with this guy.
That was
I now
Mike's.
need
This is Mike
a
speaking.
good guy. Yeah, it's Mike speaking.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking the truth. I think it's the truth.
He is still. I'm not gonna lie.
People in the comments, can you let us know what you think? Do you think that there's plenty of more good women than there are good guys? We want your opinions. Shout out Link Up TV. You lot can eat a bag of dicks for your Men Are Trash challenge. There's no need to promote that sort of division. And I'm saying it again. You can eat a bag of dicks.
Wow.
That's my opinion.
Could you man raise someone else's ute as your own?
Yes.
Yes, I
Good.
could. I was willing to do it.
Wow. Calm.
That was deep. The tone right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
That's-
made you willing to do it? And sorry, the question I was going to ask before, this is number one of the two questions I have. If she had 3, are you still liable to having that same energy, or are you
I probably would have hit and quit.
GTA life?
Wanted. Wanted, wasted, both of them.
So what's your limit? 2?
Yeah, I think 2, man. 2.
Would
And
you
depending on age as
would
well.
you get with a woman that has 3 kids already?
And I've got 0.
Yeah, and then she wanted to have kids with you, then that was
Nah,
the
it's
last
not
one.
happening. It's
And
not
that was the
happening.
last one.
Nah, because I want more than one.
Okay. So what if you made her pregnant? Let's just say.
Wow.
That was a mad choice of words. But what if you
Wow, man's going on like this is Mary Joseph and God, fam.
No,
like,
but what if you got her pregnant and
The
that was to be
immaculate conception, fam.
that was to be the 4th of her 4th kid, right? And you were the 2nd or 3rd baby daddy.
What if it happened?
Yeah.
Well, like, it wasn't planned.
And the other dads weren't around. You had
What,
to.
and it
Would you
wasn't
take care of all
planned?
4? Yeah, and it weren't planned. Would you take care of all 4? Yeah, you're sweating now. This is
no,
this
it's
is
not
who wants
even
to be
that
a
I'm sweating.
millionaire right now.
No, do you know what it is? Because it's funny because I saw there was something like this on Instagram the other day where it was like, if you gave your baby mother, not that I don't even like that word, but if you gave the mother of your child
£600. This was the question I
yeah,
was going to ask
£300
you.
or £600, and she spent that on her other 2 kids,
Yeah, that's
plus
what I was
the
going
one
to
that
ask
she
you.
has for you, would you feel away?
Would you feel away?
And when I saw the comments, see, this is why I hate looking at comments before I think of it. Like, think of my
It
own
influences
opinion.
your decision.
It
innit?
does. And I'm like, right, that's
Would
bad,
you feel
man.
away, Jay?
But
Would I feel away?
Yeah.
I could
depends
understand
on
why. I could understand why she did it.
There'd be a lot
Of
of
course you can.
factors. There'd be a lot of factors as to why,
So
as to where we would lead to that.
Just for you, so I
Give me
want
the
your
whole
answer.
backstory.
A man gave £600 to
To the
a mother of
his
his child. I'm not going to use
who
the
has
other one.
another 2 children
Has
for the
another
other
2
2
children.
guys.
For another 2 guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
who
2
aren't
guys.
about.
Yeah, they're
And
not
so
around. They don't do
she
nothing.
divvied up the money and gave and spent 200 on each child, but he obviously only gave 600 for his specific child.
Yeah,
Do you think? that
and
he
it
is in
was
the right?
like a couple weeks before starting school.
Yeah. Do you think he is in the right, or for being annoyed, or do you think that she was right in divvying
I
it
can.
up?
I'll let you
I
answer.
think a part of me. Are they together?
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
together.
Oh, okay, then no, don't spend my money on other children.
See?
Sorry.
Now this is the
If
thing.
we're together, it's different because I've decided to take up that commitment, innit? Now I'm gonna give myself a sound effect. I don't even care.
I can understand.
Okay, his face.
Come on, man.
Go on, Max. Go on, I'm listening.
Like, I can understand why the dad would be upset, but I can also understand why the mum's going to use it on all 3 children. Like you need to get them new clothes, you need to get them footwear, you need to get them school bags, school books.
Do you
So
know
I
what?
can understand why she would have done it.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
I understand it.
I had this
but I'm gonna
So
conversation.
it's
feel away.
like,
I had this
how would
conversation.
I feel? I don't know the type of person that I am. Like I might be like, oh, next time.
It's a conversation. Just text me and tell me. You know what? Even
No,
lie to
because-
me.
Okay.
No,
but
even
then
lie to
if
me.
You, okay,
Lie
she
to me.
asks you,
Lie to me.
and you tell her no, and then she still goes and does it. What are you gonna do
Lie
then?
to me.
What are
Say
you gonna
to-
do then?
You know what? Lie to me and say the other ones aren't doing anything. I spent 400. Even if you spent it equally, I spent 400 on yours, but I felt like I had to get them something. Lie to me. Just lie to me, but don't do it without my knowledge because that will annoy me. That will annoy me. Don't you have to think about it from his perspective, and I'm not saying he's right here, and I'm not saying she's right because this really made me think and sit back. But if I have saved my money if I say for
You
instance I'm
know,
working,
if you work hard,
yeah,
you put money aside for your child,
exactly.
and she spends it on another two, and not your
and
child.
without
No,
a
of course.
conversation, without
course.
consultation. If you tell me what the situation is,
Especially if
I'm
you're
more
not together.
exactly. I'm
Of
more
course.
inclined to. I'm more inclined to be like, you know what, you did the right thing. I don't want to hear it right now,
Yeah.
but you did the right
You
thing.
did the right thing as a mother,
Right.
but
you
that's
didn't
my
tell
money.
me.
That's
Yeah,
my hard-earned
Because that is
money for my
literally me
child.
paying for your mistakes.
Okay, in that case, I'll give you that.
That
I'll
literally.
give you that. I'll give you that.
One sec.
Nah, stop giving yourself buzzes out here, man.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's a hard one, man.
Question for you, man. Actually, so I'm meeting at the same time. So
that pussy.
you've said, oh my lord. So you've said that there's a limit in terms of kids. So your limit is 2 maximum.
Yeah, man. I'm
kids.
not doing no
What
more
about
than
you?
2.
Probably one.
Okay, is there a maximum in terms of baby daddies? Because say for example she had 2, but it's for 2 different men.
No,
How
I
would you
can't
feel
do it.
about
I
being the
can't do
third?
it, not me.
I couldn't do it.
I'm not
My
there for the
situation
drama,
was
bro.
2 for 1 man.
I'm not there for the drama. I can't.
It's long. Because then when I'm with you, you got 2 different men coming to pick up their children. It's long.
It's like I've got to be part of a rota system.
Yeah.
Fam. What is this?
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
is
like,
what
take,
is that?
Take the L.
What
Take
is-
the L.
what
If that's
is
you,
that?
take the L.
Wow.
Do you know what it is?
One of many
When
to satisfy the needs of the few.
oh my,
Spartans!
Oh.
you know what it is? Yeah, I think it's always difficult. You know, like how a woman loves different than a man. I think we all know that women love differently from men.
Stupid sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow. Okay.
No, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is not.
But you know how like
Again, though, that's because there's less to choose from.
oh, just stop.
There's less to
Stop
choose
with
from.
No,
the
but you know- but
rhetoric,
you know what?
man.
You know what? And we'll probably be joined back on another episode that we did, yeah. To a degree, and I didn't agree with this before, but I've been convinced to a degree that's their fault because they,
Oh what?
yeah, no real talk. Before I would,
Oh
before,
my!
before I wouldn't
Who
agree.
is this flapjack
Did we release
sensation?
that one?
Who is this man?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
But to
What are these quotes from the
to a degree, it's a part of it is their fault because they're accepting of these lesser example of
Beings.
males. They're perpetuating that is acceptable. So then our standards are dropping. Do you understand? If we knew that we could only get a woman by being on point in every way, we'd
I
be
was
on point in
saying
every
this.
way.
Bun you, because I was saying this from time ago. If they let us in the club with sliders, everyone would have been in the club with sliders. Legit. That's what I was saying. Make a man dress up in a 3-piece. Make a man dress up in a suit with the clean shoes that have been nicely polished. That's the only way you're getting into the club. That's what's acceptable. But you letting these men in with bunions on their feet, uncreamed ankles, uncreamed kneecaps, looking
Why
as
do you
white
think-
as
why do you
Uncle
think they're
Ruckus
doing
wants to be, and then you lot nah, I'm not having it.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Because
Because they're scared of being alone.
And the pool is very small.
the pool ain't
The
small.
pool is small, B.
Bro, there's 3.5 billion men out here. The pool ain't
Yeah,
small.
and probably 3.2 of them are crap.
No, I don't agree.
Don't agree. I'm not crap.
I don't agree.
And I know there's more of me.
I agree. I agree that they're that in that three out of the 3 point where the 3.2 are currently acting crap, but all of them, if not the majority of them, have the potential to be more. They
Okay.
just don't have to because the women are accepting of where
So
they
you
are.
think every
He's
guy-
changed he's turned the corner.
Man.
Jeez, Michael Schumacher thing. Jeez. Yes. Yes. Mike, so what you saying?
about
You don't
what?
think women are trash out here?
I didn't say that.
Wow, I did not co-sign.
No, there's some trash women. There are some trash women. I saw
I
a link the other day on
I
Twitter.
didn't say-
I almost lost my mind. It was name something that you've done that said, oh my God, I'm dickmatized. And some girl said, I lied about the death of a family member to get some of that mourning dick. And she spelt mourning the same way you would mourn the
Oh.
loss of your child or mourn the loss of somebody you know.
know.
He said he got sent to prison. He got sent to prison, and she fast-tracked her course to become his prison officer, so to make sure that he was seeing no one else. That's
Real
how
G.
That's how dickmatized
Real
you are.
G.
That's how dickmatized
Salute.
you are. No, don't salute. That's
Salute.
trash, bro.
Go get
That's
your man,
trash.
B.
Go get your man.
Go get your dick, B.
That's
Fam,
trash.
who's he beating in prison though? Who you worried about?
His hand.
That's a lot, bro.
Hey, shit happens behind bars, you know.
No, but for
Yo,
that to
that's
be a worry
that's a
for
pound,
you.
by the way.
Ah.
Yeah. Gotta pay that money. Get your
Max
money.
is that big spender today, you know.
Gee, ballin'.
And that for real.
Sweet one.
Yeah.
Mad.
Man came with that money today, man.
Yeah, but no, women are trash out here too. Women are trash.
No, there are some trash women. So.
There's trash
I
species.
said it
point
to
blank.
you, man,
There's
earlier.
trash species. Yeah, we see
Yeah,
the
we
pound.
see you. We see you. I said it in an earlier thing that we should every man should treat their woman as a queen, but not every woman is queen.
Amen.
So why treat them like a queen? That doesn't make sense.
Treat your woman.
Treat your woman like a queen, but not every woman out there is
Is a
queen.
queen.
Is queen worthy. You
And
understand?
it's hard because you
Thotty too
see when
hotty.
I meet a woman, yeah, or when I'm around women,
Jeez.
I try to treat them
Pimp,
all
pimp.
as a
Hooray.
queen, yeah. But you're right. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it will backfire. Sometimes you're doing the most,
Sometimes it ain't worth it, fam.
or it's just
Not gonna lie.
it's just a jester or a pawn, bruv.
Bruv,
What, they're
you're-
in
you're
porn,
you're
or it is a
100%
porn?
right.
It's a pawn, bruv.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking
You're
about.
100% right, fam.
Do you know what I mean? She's not that special piece on the chessboard.
Like I've
She a rook.
Yeah.
spoken to friends and people around me about situations of their friends, and some of the stories I hear, bruv, like good man, looks after you, all that kind of stuff, and he's too nice and you can't stand
Yeah,
it.
I've had that.
Exactly. Now. Let me stop you right there because you were starting to turn the corner from what I was saying time ago.
All right.
Now, you say there are a lot of trash men. What if that man has turned to trash now because that's the expected standard? Because
I'll give you that.
before he was all Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. I want to treat you like a queen, and then he got burnt because of his niceties, and now he's like, oh, okay, so to win out here, I have to be this.
You know what?
self-perceived
It very much depends on what he considers winning.
I'll give you that, yeah? I'll give you that. Because
win.
I got a cousin that's like that.
Oh wow,
Man like Shawnee D.
names,
Wow.
government.
AKA Capri. He don't mind. He wants the fame, bro.
Oh wait,
He
is
don't
it my
mind.
man?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He wants the fame.
Biddy.
See him. His whole thing is like
Buy his mixtape.
Mike's, yeah. Download that YouTube everywhere, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Google Play.
Is it
all
on
of that.
Spotify as well?
I'm not sure about that
Salute
one.
your peoples.
But yeah,
Anyway, tell us story.
Shout out man like Shawnee D, aka Capri. But yeah, his thing is that I'm gonna act like a dickhead to all these chicks, and they ain't gonna go nowhere. Yeah, and ever since imagine he's younger than us. Ever since I've been around him, bruv, he's treated women like the ultimate pricks.
Mm.
And what do?
Keep coming back.
They keep coming back.
But is that because of the type of women he's going for? Because some women ain't
Nah,
gonna handle
because
that.
I even said that to him. I was like, bro, if I bring you around the type of women that I'm around, that can't work. Man proves me wrong. And I'm out here the nice guy. That's just how I am naturally. And he's like, Mike, stop being a nice guy. I told you it don't work. Like,
Women,
fam,
you gotta
I've seen
talk to
him.
us, man.
I've seen him deal with women in the maddest way that I can't put it out there because
Yeah,
it's mad.
no,
but
that's cool.
he deals with them in a way that you'd be like raw, like they should have went and got their older brother or older cousin or whatever and dealt with him quickly. Like, fam, I've seen him
Mad.
have a conversation with a woman, yeah? He's in the wrong. Badded her up. And she's apologized for being wrong. Even though he was in the wrong.
That's a different level of confidence, you know.
And that's not just one time.
Mad.
You get me? So I'm like, okay, raw.
See, he's getting in the club with sliders. I'm letting you know.
Yeah.
He's getting in the club with sliders.
And the thing
Women,
is, and you know what's worse? And do you know what's worse?
You know what? I'm glad
But-
you're finally.
He's here. But
Okay.
you know
I'm
what's
not saying
worse,
nothing
though?
no more. I'm
It's
just
the
gonna
fact
lean
that
back.
he is a good guy, but he does it just to prove a point.
Yeah.
That's what's worse about it. You know what I mean? Like, he's actually a good guy, but he beats a prick because he knows it's going to win.
Listen, if you're in the comments,
Does that say something about women?
Of course he does. But I don't want to speak any further on that. I'm not going to say anything. If you don't want to say something, I just want people in the comments to get us and let us know what you think. Like, there are some people that genuinely enjoy being or feeling their role diminished. I don't know why, but there's some people, like, for instance,
Maybe it's an excuse.
it is an excuse, but there's some people that like enjoy being dominated in a way, and they find that
maybe in
happy.
dominance.
Or they find that happy. They find that enjoyable to be in a position of weakness.
Maybe it's deeper than that. Maybe in their position of dominance, they relieve some degree of responsibility on their own lives, so they can
By allowing someone else to take the mantle and take the role.
not even just mental responsibility, but if someone else is making them feel like shit, then they can
that's a pound
associate.
still. Thank you.
No, I will.
No, let's say the pound drop. I have to do it twice.
I have to go outside and get more.
I'll give you the pound. You get back to me.
Just wire it back. 300%.
You know what I mean? What's
Wired
that?
me £2 one time,
That
so-
12 working days.
I came prepared, B.
You know what I mean?
I got £1
Yeah, but go on,
coins. I got
finish your
50p's, and
But yeah, like say that diminished feeling of self-esteem, whatever, that may relinquish some responsibility of why their own life is in the position that it is. So if they can put all of it onto I'm in a crap position because of this,
Yeah.
then they diminish the responsibility of their own position. Like I'm very much a believer that you're the master of your own fate. Where you are is because you chose to be there. 100%. Do you understand?
I hear you.
So if you can then relinquish some of that into a somewhat abusive partner, and I'm not saying this is every situation. Some people are in really bad situations, but if you can relinquish some of that into being in a abusive relationship, then you're relinquishing self-responsibility for your life, which some people might be comfortable with.
Yeah, because like everyone's not an A character. Some people like to play the B role.
Yeah.
And sometimes playing the B role.
And that's the problem, because in your life, you are the main character. You can't get away from that.
yeah.
Yeah, to a degree.
No, your life, you are the main character.
Are you?
Until you have children, yeah. And even then, you're still the main character to make sure they
That
live a
pound
good
drop.
life.
Listen, we're gonna go on holiday with this money right now. You don't need to curb them potty mouths.
Oh, we're going to Barbados next year, no?
Don't know.
Jeez,
There we
Mount
go.
Gay, what's good?
Jeez.
Coming, baby. We out here.
We in the building.
We're gonna be out here, man.
Listen,
I want to hear them. I want to hear them small island
On the
accents.
road, man. I love you, man.
bruv.
I've enjoyed this one today, man.
Raise a glass. You
I've
know?
enjoyed it too. He's finally seeing the light. We're
Mhm.
finally
No,
getting
look,
somewhere.
I do see it from your perspective now. Not to the.
I'm always you
not
know,
to the
pushing
degree-
the boundaries.
Here we go.
Not to the degree that he
Coutinho.
sees it from. But I think
Wow,
women do
what
need
the
to take a level of
was
responsibility.
that?
Not
You removed your ribs and sucked your own dick.
wow. Wow, is that cool?
We've been off the fence. And, Mike's has just
So-
told us what he does in his spare time.
So
So,
My belly's too big for that.
wow. But no, if you're a woman, yeah, real talk. If you're a woman and your man cheats on you, leave him. I'm not even joking.
So what
We
are
going
we
back
saying
there?
that? Are we saying that we don't? A man or a woman shouldn't give second chances.
No, second chances
Never.
are for suckers, fam.
Never.
what?
Second chances.
No,
are
I'm
for
with you on
suckers.
this.
Second chances are for suckers, bruv.
If you're a man,
I'm faithful in my relationship of 12 years, a happy 12 years this year.
bruv, I've
fam.
never cheated.
Bruv,
But the thing is, you was a serial cheater once upon
that's
a
what
time.
I'm saying, because I knew I could get away with it with the people that I was, the stuff that I was doing. I
Yeah.
knew that I was happy getting away with it.
So
I'm
you
now in a
needed to wait.
position
Yeah.
where there's a woman that I'm not willing to lose. I'm not willing to risk that because she's worth too much to me.
Okay.
And I know that if I did that, it wouldn't be tolerated. So
Okay.
why am I gonna do it? Do you understand?
Yeah.
I know what the consequences are. But these men are running around willy-nilly doing their thing because they know that these girls are gonna take them
So
back.
is that
It's
for man?
expected.
Is that for man and woman?
I don't know it from the other perspective, to be honest.
No, but I'm saying that are you spreading the message where if your partner period cheats, don't give them a second chance?
Yeah, straight.
Okay. Do you think if you cheat once on your partner,
Yeah.
it means you're going to do it again?
If you cheat once on your partner
Yeah.
and your partner takes you back,
Yes.
whether it's consciously or
Yeah.
subconsciously,
You'll do it again.
a precedent has been set that you can get away with
Okay.
it because you have. Simple as that. It's
Man, like
it's
K is
like-
shaking his head in the
No,
background.
fam,
Speak up.
If I example,
I'm gonna let
example,
this gas continue.
example. If I go out tonight
Yeah.
on my bike, if I
Yeah.
go out tonight on my super bike and I ride through Coulsdon or one of them places there at 100 mile an hour and I get nabbed by the police pull me over because I've been speeding, I know it's likely that they're gonna let me off. Because normally on bikes they're a lot more lenient than they are if you're driving a car. And I've been in that scenario. I've been caught speeding. I've been pulled over, etc. And it's been
170.
calm. Do you understand? So that set a precedent. This confidence in my mind is from that experience. If I got pulled over doing 45 in a 30 and got 3 points for it, you think I'm speeding? It wouldn't happen, fam. Like literally. Like if you downloaded music off of YouTube and everything's fine and willy-nilly, but then you get a fine from the copyright people for 30 grand for a track that you downloaded. Are you downloaded? You're not downloading off YouTube again, are you?
Of course not.
Exactly. So if you cheat on the greatest woman you've ever met in your life and she leaves you, are you gonna cheat again?
You might test it out to see if it's possible.
But then that's your fault for being an idiot.
Okay.
How have we got back onto cheating, by the way?
I don't know, but yeah. Tell me
We
why
can
you're
talk about
shaking
whatever
your
we
head.
want to. Yeah, why are you shaking your head?
I wanna know.
Mr. I don't cheat.
You just raised the point.
Hit me.
You just said that if you were speeding and you got pulled over, they would have given you a second chance, and you would have been happy for that second chance. Would you have not?
Yeah, I would have been happy for it, but it would have reinforced that I can
But
speed.
not always.
What do you mean not always?
Because
But I'm
just
talking from experience. Every example I've given,
I've
you
done,
can't relate
I've
to.
done bare things after being
Yeah,
given
but-
a second chance.
But the thing is, yeah, but there's also people that don't. You have to take that into account. You're taking it
Yeah.
into account from one point
No,
of
we're
view.
just speaking for ourselves, though,
Oh,
isn't it?
okay.
That's all we can do.
From one point of view, yeah, you're right. There's some people that use
So
that
you-
as...
So you, having your mind frame as strong as it is, think that people should be given second chances
It depends on what it is, man.
if they've
So if
cheated.
you're a woman, yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be, you're married. I understand that,
Yeah,
but
go
just
on.
in general,
If
could
the
be
whipping
anyone
got-
in the world.
if
The
whipping
woman that
went
you're
past
with
something,
cheats on you,
Right.
you're gonna give her a second chance.
It's based on... No. Listen. What you have to understand is conditions are set via certain presidents. And what I mean by that, to preface that, is if you've created an inhospitable condition for something like that to occur, you have to look deeper than the actual act to find out what is wrong. What I mean by that, again...
so you're
and
going
I'll
to take
break- I'll break that down.
responsibility for it.
I'll break that down. If you are somebody that neglects your woman, this is a person that's tried to tell you, tried to communicate to you that they're feeling neglected, and they've suggested things. They feel neglected. You don't put them first. They're several nights alone, however you call it. I'm just
But-
making this up off the top of my head. Hold on.
Okay.
And then they go and do something after enlisting all of this to you. In that situation, you have been the creator of that. You've been
Okay.
the person.
Can I-
hold on,
can
let
I
me-
say
hold on,
something?
no, you could say something. in a
Because-
minute.
Cool.
You've been the person to therefore neglect their wants and needs, and you've created an atmosphere whereby that's become a plausible option.
Okay, can I just say
Go
something?
ahead.
All right, in that scenario, leave. Don't go and look for sexual
But what if they
satisfaction.
don't want to leave?
Then you're an idiot. Like
no, they don't. No, because they realize that part of you exists. It's just not there right now, and it's a cry for attention. It's a cry for attention. They want you, but the you that they want isn't there right now, and they know by doing this, they will get the you that they require and they need.
they will get single. They will get single.
I just
They're
wanna
not
know.
gonna get the reaction. That
I
you're
just want to know,
Go.
if your partner cheats on you, are you giving her a second chance? Yes or no?
You heard what I said?
You
You
didn't
heard
give me
what
a
I
yes or no.
I gave you a politician's yes or no.
If
We
your
don't want
woman
no
cheats on you,
Ain't no on the fence round here.
if
You
your
know?
woman cheats on you,
It depends
are
on
you
the
giving her?
circumstances.
Swear down.
Swear down. If I'm to blame and I do it,
But could you recognize that though?
no, but that's what I'm saying. It
Because
involves-
if
it
you're
involves
in a-
going
if
deeper.
you're in a
It involves going
relationship-
deeper,
So-
because look, the
so
initial
if she
stage.
cheats
Hold
on
on,
you-
hold on. The initial stage is the hurt, where everyone's gonna feel like, no, I can't believe she'd do that to me. No. It's about then delving deeper as to why. Now, if your response is, I just felt like it, then obviously I'm out. Goodbye. I'm Wiley Coyote or whoever. I'm
So
out.
if she says to you, you wasn't giving me no love, you wasn't giving me no
you'd
affection.
Have, no, but then you'd have to backlog that.
And
it can't
no,
just be.
cool. And she gives you all the backlog, and she's like, I tried to communicate with you about this,
Came
but you
home
didn't
from
want
work. I was ready. You weren't on
to.
it.
You know
on
that,
this
and
day.
I tried to talk to
and
you,
this,
didn't want to
that,
hear it.
and
You
that.
told me you was busy all the time, so eventually I went out and got it elsewhere. you're gonna say to her, okay, that's calm. We're gonna give it a try still.
I wouldn't say okay, that's calm, obviously, but there would be, I would be, let's just say I'd be less anti than just being like, nah, I'm done out here. Like I'd want to
Nah.
know.
I'm
But
not.
we-
I'm
No,
not here
listen,
for it.
Because the thing is, you know when it comes to cheating, like, and I want you to fully understand this, yeah? It's not
How?
just-
Sorry, if you're still listening, we love you. By the way, we don't know how we got back on cheating, but
no,
we're
but
here.
it's not a case of
Join us.
it's not a case of you just drop into someone's vagina or in the females. Or
It might be if you play
female-
Mario Kart.
Nah,
you might
but
just slip into it.
they're not just gonna fall inside you. Like
Yeah.
there's the preamble, there's the
Depends if
talk,
you're like
there's the
Blackwall
flirting.
Tunnel down there, but go on.
No, there's the talk, there's the flirting, there's the traveling to where you're gonna do it. So whether you're traveling to someone's yard or a hotel or whatever, there's all of that. Then there's undressing, then there's foreplay, and then there's beating.
Do you think about
So
undressing?
through all
Wait,
of
hold
this,
on, hold on. Do you think about undressing when you're undressing your woman? Do you
But-
think about it? Do you logically say, okay, this portion of time?
but if
I
it wasn't,
can't- I
but
can't
if it,
wait to
but if
undress
it
my
wasn't,
woman.
but if it wasn't your woman, you're telling me during that whole period of undressing all that kind of stuff, it's not gonna creep into your mind. Rah, I've got a missus at home, you know.
yeah, of course.
So if you're doing that with me in mind to say, rah, you know what, Jay's at home, but I'm just gonna run with it. Nah, there's no coming back, fam.
Another question:
There's no coming back at all.
do we think it's different when a man cheats compared to a woman cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
there's the whole thing that they say where when
it
a man
shouldn't
cheats,
be, but it
he's
is.
just going out there to knock out
A
a quick
woman
one.
loves with her heart, a
But
man
with a
loves
woman,
with
it's
his dick.
like, she has to have some type of emotional connection with the guy. She has to really like him.
I
So
think
once
it,
she's cheated, she's gone.
it depends on the woman because there are some real hoes out there still.
Jeez,
I'm not gonna
I
lie
know a
to you.
few.
There are some real hoes out there that are just out there with the vagina,
Yeah.
just slinging it like crack. It's fine, but yeah, like it is a different set of things that come into play when a woman does it as a comparison to when a man does it. In my opinion, again, I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been a
'cause,
woman that's
you know,
cheated, so I can
Women,
only talk from
speak
my
up in the
opinion.
comments for us.
You
man.
understand? Let me know. But yeah, like sorry, I can't agree
What
with
Kay
Kay.
was saying there.
I can't agree with Kay still because if it's got to that stage, then it's gonna become, even in that scenario, even in that very specific scenario of okay, you've been neglected and all that kind of stuff, etc. For that to happen and things
Yeah.
to get better, then even if it's conscious or subconscious, that is now gonna be registered as a solution to that problem. So if something happens again, it's gonna be considered, whether consciously or subconsciously, that could resolve it. And for that to be an option in your relationship, it's not a relationship. That can't
Yeah.
work.
But I feel like once you cheat once and the person accepts you back, it means that they're able to do it again and get away with it.
100%, fam.
Like, that's my whole thing. If
I've-
you're with somebody and you set like any type of rules or whatever, and they get away with it, and that's it. They're gonna keep trying.
I've told my partner of 12 years, fam, and I just want to say, Kay's back. I just want to repeat that point.
Yeah,
that I
quick
just
toilet
made.
break and that.
You know what I mean? Tinkle. What I was saying,
Fumble.
what I was saying is in that scenario that you said, yeah. In that scenario that you said,
Listen, I'm being devil's advocate here.
No,
Listen,
no,
that-
but
that-
I'm
I
saying-
just want
but-
to raise that point.
but in that scenario that you said,
Go ahead.
if, say for example, she cheats and then the brother comes to his senses and everything gets better, and then 5 years down the line things deteriorate again, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, that act has registered now as a solution to that set of problems.
Agreed.
So you've now created what we were just discussing. You've created this cheating monster.
But who has created?
The
She
partner,
has,
no,
or-
the man, because you've taken her back. If you slang her to the curb and done, then she's gonna know, rah, I can't take man for an idiot.
No, I can't take that man for an idiot, but who's to say it won't continue with another man?
Yeah, but if she keeps doing this, and she ends up 50 and 55 years old and single with no one,
Some of those women end up the luckiest. That's what we say. Some of the nice
if that's
guys
what
finish last.
if that's what you consider lucky, but to
You
me
think
that
nice
sounds
guys
kind of
finish
lonely
last?
still.
100%.
But
Would you say you're a nice guy?
I'm not trying to come
course I
first
am.
every time.
That's why I
Still.
said 100%.
Give yourself a siren. You absolute snake. I'm not trying to finish
Yeah.
that long.
I
Don't
think
know.
you have for the last 12 years. So.
Wow.
This guy. I'm not giving you no sound effect. You don't get none.
Yeah. Your walking sound effect, just do it yourself.
So now let's wrap it up there, man. Let's
Well,
wrap
yeah,
it
if
up
you're
there. But
25 and over, just know that as each year goes by, it's likely that you will become a step parent.
There's more likely a bun
maybe
in
we
the
should
oven.
just go for white women. Because it
That's
isn't
not
just in our
happening. Let's
culture.
done the show, innit? Black women are lovely, your queens, royalty. We are OTF podcast. Yeah, yeah. We
And let
out.
me know where the
Peace.
conference is. I know there's a conference every year. Let me
It's
know.
true.
Lock
It's
it
true.
off, lock it off.
We'll have honor. Make
Black
sure you jump in
women.
the comments. Jump in the comments. Let us know your opinion.
Jump in Mike's DM.
Black women, your queens
100%.
at Professor Mike.
Baddies. Baddies at Mike's.